All right, you all, welcome back. This is Gage Reality, and I want to say thank you for checking out this video. And if you could like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and check me out on Instagram at Gage_reality. So first and foremost, I would like to say thank you all for watching this video. I want to get into something that's very important, right? And I've had a video about my Conceal Carry Insurance that I have through USCCA Delta Defense, right? This is very important that I cover this because a lot of individuals, I don't think, it's like a progression where people say, well, I'll never get robbed. I live in a nice neighborhood. I'll never experience a mass shooting because I don't go out. No one will try to carjack me because I don't drive. A lot of people, they create these scenarios in their head, and they're all fantasies. But when you turn on the news, you see that there's carjackings every day. You see home invasions every day, domestic violence, a lot of things that are happening to where if you had a gun to level that playing field from someone who's trying to attack you, you can neutralize that situation. Obviously, you want to have as much training as possible and shoot your gun and have as much practice with your handgun as possible so you know what to do in those situations. But if you're in a situation you don't have a handgun and you're not proficient with hand-to-hand combat, or there's multiple individuals, you can be in a situation to where you wish you would have taken the time to have that handgun, right? Then there's some people who carry their firearm. They have a firearm, they carry it every day in their car, they keep it on their nightstand at night so they can protect their household, which is great. And they train with it. But there's a lot of individuals that I talk to a lot that they say, hey, if I get into a situation, I'll shoot someone. I always tell them to look into Conceal Carry Insurance. It doesn't have to be USCCA or Delta Defense. That's what I use, and that's what I think will work for me and my family if in the situation I have to shoot somebody or multiple people to protect myself, right? What a lot of people don't understand is that even if you're in the right and someone's trying to attack you and you shoot them, the police, sheriff's department, whomever, will come and do a report. A part of that report will be to arrest you. You're shooting someone to protect yourself, but you will get arrested, right? It's very rare that the person who shoots an aggressor does not get arrested, right? So how many people, just be honest with yourself, have a criminal defense lawyer on retainer, right? That's gonna come to your defense and bail you out of jail and get you out so you can go to work the next day, or so you could be with your family, because when you shoot someone, that's a traumatic event. And do you want to have to be dealing with that sitting in a jail cell? A lot of people don't understand that, right? A lot of people don't understand that having legal representation by a lawyer who's gone to law school and practiced law and defend people on a regular basis is extremely valuable. I mean, ignorance is bliss. And I talk to people a lot, and some of the things that people tell me of the things that are going through their head on how they're gonna go to court and tell a judge, I shot in my defense, or they're gonna shoot somebody if they're breaking in their car. There's so many scenarios that I'm like, man, you sound like you really need some help, right? And the thing is that if you do have to shoot someone and you don't go to jail and you don't get charged and the investigation happens, they give you your gun back, Well, guess what? If that person was the breadwinner of their household, their family could be entitled to sue you, right? So now I got to ask the question, do you have a civil defense lawyer on retainer to where if you have to go to court, you will have a lawyer who can represent you in a civil case, which is completely different from criminal. So you shoot a woman, she's trying to break in your house, and she's the breadwinner for her household. Now her family can sue you because of the damages. It sounds crazy, but it happens every day. Do you have the money to pay a lawyer for your defense? And let's say, for instance, you do have a lawyer to pay for your defense and you lose the civil suit. Majority of the time, the civil suit is won more than the criminal suit is. So with USCCA and Delta Defense, what they will do, and they have different levels. The level I'm on is if I shoot someone and I'm arrested, I have a lawyer on retainer already chosen by me. Or if I haven't already chose the lawyer, they will pick one for me to come get me out of jail so I can go back home and be with my family, right? Being in jail is not fun. It's not pretty. It's called jail because that's where the bad people go. And if you're trying to protect yourself with your firearm and you go to jail, that's not good at all. And once I get out, the lawyer bailed me out. I also have in my package to where USCCA would pay me a certain amount of money. The last time I checked, it was $370 per day that I miss work, right? And I know they've changed it. I haven't brushed up on the new package. I'm coming up on my 4th year of being a member, but it's around $370 of being off of work. That's more than most people make in a week, right? Also, if I lose the civil suit, they will pay the civil suit up to a certain amount, right? Last time I checked, it was $100,000. But this is, so they have different packages. So I'll put it up on the screen what each package is because I don't want to speak on a certain package that I don't have, because you may want to pick a different one. So they have level 1, 2, 3. You pick whatever one fits into your budget, right? It's a couple bucks a month. You know, it's less than some of these subscriptions that people get, these streaming services, Grubhub, Uber. It's less than some of that. Just consider it, look into it. It's very important. You know, people who worry about insurance are the people who die without insurance. People who worry about insurance are the ones who get into a car accident and they don't have insurance. Even at that, even if you do have $100,000 to fight a criminal, your criminal charges, a civil suit, pay the lawyers, you're still out of $100,000, where if you had the insurance, you wouldn't have to pay for that. Say, for instance, you don't even shoot someone, you stab them, or somehow you get into a fight and they die and you get arrested. It doesn't matter if you use the weapon or not. If you have USCCA Delta Defense, they will defend you if you're protecting yourself and your family, or you're in the situation where you're protecting an innocent bystander. So this is very important. Look into it. I'll put the links on the screen. I'll put the links into the comments. This is something that I take serious. They send these magazines every month and I read through them. So, you know, like this is the October 2021 edition right here. This one right here is the August and September 2021 edition. This one right here is the April 2021 edition. And the thing about these magazines is that they cover so much. They tell you about, you know, new firearms and holsters that are coming out, belts and stuff like that. They also talk about training. So if you can't afford training, there's articles in here that will give you an overview of how to deal with a EDC, proper EDC setup. Range etiquette. They talk about riding in your vehicle with your firearm. They talk about what are the benefits of a council law and why having a council law is important, and the difference between what is not a council law and what is. Because a lot of people think, okay, I'm in my state, we have a council law. If I shoot someone, I'm protected, right? Here in Georgia, if you can have your firearm in your home, your automobile, or at work, if your employer allows it, without having a concealed carry permit, right? Well, you need to make sure that you're still following those guidelines. People like to take the general overview, but I don't want to come off real preachy. It's just very serious. This is a serious topic. I'm not bringing it up for nothing. People literally tell me the most ludicrous scenarios about how they're going to protect themselves and how they'll never get locked up. And if they see somebody in their car trying to break in their car, they're just going to shoot them. I was like, well, were they trying to attack you? It was like, no, I'm going to just shoot them. Like, well, that's crazy. Just so many scenarios. And, USCCA is very beneficial. I can call them 24 hours a day and ask them a question. Of course, they do have the hotline that if you are in immediate danger, or you had to protect yourself, you want to call the hotline. They give you a card that's in your pocket. When the police come, you have your Miranda rights, right to remain silent. If I'm ever in that situation, I'm going to remain silent, and I'm going to give them my USCCA card, because I don't want to say anything that will incriminate me and make the situation worse, right? I'm giving them a card so I can have my legal representative come to the jail to bail me out and speak for me. So many people start talking and they're saying things they think is helping them, but is actually hurting them. So just take it for what it's worth. My family, we're covered, right? I do have a referral link on the website. It's also on my Instagram, and you can go through it with YouTube. They typically will give me a gift for referring people. You'll also get a gift. So just kind of think about that. There's other platforms and services that offer the insurance. Some of those platforms and services, they are a reimbursement program, right? So, okay, you get in a situation, you got to pay the lawyer, you got to do the criminal defense, the civil defense, pay all this stuff, and then submit your receipts to get reimbursed. That's stupid. If you don't have the money before it happens, how are you going to have the money when it happens, right? Or let's say, for instance, you do, and those companies say, well, we're not going to reimburse you for XYZ. Well, it's in black and white with USCCA. It's not a reimbursement program. They're going to take care of it, right? And this company is serious. I've only had great customer service with them, and I suggest that you check them out too. So thank you for your time. This is Gage Reality. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate you for your time. Take care and good night.